Hey, it's your boy, Sergeant Huckton Henshins. Yeah, so today we are going to be reviewing episode, I'm pretty sure it's 11, of Revice, Kamen Revice, of course. Sorry, I've been kind of dazed today a little bit, been very busy, the boys, and uh, just life type stuff. But anyway, overall, really great episode, but I'll get into more details as we go. Revice is continuing to really impress me. Mainly in terms of its character work and how like tightly written most of the characters are. We even get like a little touch on Hiromi Kadota this time, Demons, which I'm very happy about. But jumping off of last episode, of course, that revealed to everybody, the whole family, that Daiji is Kamen Rider Evil, um, and uh, and to Daiji, or I mean not Daiji, to I'm sorry, to um, Ikki, sorry, revealed to Ikki as well that his brother is this evil Kamen Rider, and we had also the stuff with the brachio genome stuff and stamping the three people, and they have the different dinosaur forms they were using. It's the beginning of the episode. Ikki, when we last left off, looked like he was about to do a stamping finish on his own brother, and of course Kagero, knowing he would do this, um, disengages the transformation and turns back into Daijin and goes, "Oh, brother, no, don't, please." So he sidesteps him, Ikki does, and like lands the kick somewhere else so it doesn't hurt him. Of course, it was Kagero fucking with him, and so he transforms again and kicks his butt, and leaves after that. Meanwhile, Demons is beating the crap, the piss, out of the brachio genome monster deadman thing. One of them, the only one that's left, and we get to see what the final attack looks like with the mole genome thing that he uses, which is Amazon's themed. Anyway, so that was pretty cool. I love Demons. I'm gonna see this so much, and I'm really wanting there to be some good focus episodes with him because I like Hiromi and I like his heroicness and willingness to sacrifice himself for the greater good. But I want a bit more to him, some more character centric episodes to give a little more depth. But overall, I still really enjoy him, and the whole like idea that he still feels bad for what happened back in the original first episode, and that he feels responsible. We'll get to that, but he somewhat feels responsible for Daiji. Um, so, like I said, Kagero slash Daiji leaves, and um, we get a few more scenes with Ikki and Sakura talking about Daiji and how she's upset about what happened, and like she even questions him. She's like, "Does the world really need Kamen Riders?" And he goes, "Well, yeah." He's like, "They do." She's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Well, to protect. We protect people." And she goes, "Well, what if doing so is ripping apart your family? Because in trying to protect people, he is kind of going at odds with his brother, and she doesn't want that." And I like this depth we're giving to Sakura, where she's getting more involved in the plots week to week, and really starting to like deepen her connection with her brother, yes, but also sort of here and there with Aguilera a little bit, who's kind of challenging her a little bit, and we'll get to that too. Um, so after this, we get a part with just Ikki and Vice kind of telling him like it's okay and kind of picking him up a little bit, which is kind of nice to see, kind of sweet to see Vice go from this like bloodthirsty animal to like more of a friend and companion for Ikki. I wasn't expecting that. Maybe part of it's an act. I think it's him actually truly wanting to be friends with Ikki, and Ikki's just now starting to more accept that friendship, which I really think is cool. But he picks him back up, makes him feel better about it, because we'll find a way to get through to him. He's a strong brother, blah blah blah. And I think he has another conversation with the parents, and they basically reiterate that. And he talks to Hiromi, and because Hiromi is talking about everything that happened with IG and everything, and we get this funny scene where we see, which we use this as a running gag, but we use it again later on in the episode. He goes inside of Hiromi's vice, comes out of Ikki and goes in Hiromi's brain to see how he's really feeling, and he sees inside he's repressing that he's really depressed and distraught about Daiji. It's like him inside going like a mental projection of himself in his own head, like crying. So it was played for laughs, but it also shows how responsible Hiromi feels for Daiji's actions, and for Kagero in general, because maybe he feels like maybe if I would have never hit myself with that stamp, maybe Daiji would have been the one to grab the driver, and everything would have worked out like he was supposed to. Because remember, he was supposed to be the original person that was supposed to use the driver anyway. So, um, so again, a funny scene, but also it's it's good because it works for the people that like Vice's, goofiness, and some people do, some people don't. Your mileage may vary, but it also works in the way of building Hiromi a little bit as a character, showing his like kind of pathos and his emotion here about how he feels about Daiji and feels responsible. I think that's great. Um, so we move on and we get a scene with Sakura meeting up with Aguilera again, who offers her to join the Dead Man's for more power. You can use it to blah blah blah. And Sakura's like, "You're full of shit," and like fights her a little bit, and she leaves. And she's like, you can tell she's kind of thinking about it. Um, and we see Kagero in Daiji's body later on, and he uses the stamp again on the three people, three like criminals basically, um, and uses it to create, the dead man that they were again, the dead man creatures, the dinosaur dead man creatures, demons, and so they come to life again as that. And Hiromi came there with a bunch of Phoenix soldiers, so they're fighting a little bit. Iki gets involved again. He's getting his butt kicked a little bit, only because he's kind of has his guard down because of everything going on with Daiji. He doesn't want to hurt him. Uh, and Hiromi's able to keep back the genome monsters for right now, so he can focus on his brother. And they end up breaking through to Daiji and saying, you're stronger than this. I know that. And Vice even says, oh, because Kagero tries to convince him that he's not. And he's going, he's like, oh, you're full of shit. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, because last time we interacted, because Iki actually grabbed his leg and was trying to hold him from going back. When he did that, Vice took that time to go inside of Daiji/Kagero to see that Daiji was still there. Well, he's like, he was in there. Oh, he's trapped. But that wasn't a look of fear. That was a look of determination. He hadn't given up yet. He still hasn't given up yet. And I like this. I like this way that like Vice is like trying to like be better. Again, I don't know if it's gonna last. If like it's like an act and he's trying to just do this for now to get on Iki's good side and he's gonna screw him over later. But it seems pretty genuine. But he basically is like, propping up Daiji a lot and Iki as a brother and saying, he's strong. He's stronger than you think. He's stronger than you, Kagero. I was like, no, there's no way. And they hear these words, and Iki echoes this and keeps, giving him more praise and everything. And Daiji finally starts beaten at the prison and breaks out of it and takes control back over his body. So we do finally get the debut of the two-side driver being used with the bat genome again, the bat stamp, but becoming Kamen Rider Live instead of Kamen Rider Evil. So Live is like the other side of it, the good side of it, if you will. People don't know for sure if Kagero's gone or if it's just his control over Daiji has been disrupted for now. I'm assuming, I kind of like one of my people I follow on Twitter, Jacob Mock Geisel, whatever his name is on there. Anyway, so he had this good idea about what if it was like a Yami Yugi thing, where like Yugi would like flip between the two sides of himself depending on the situation and what called for it. If that's what they do with Kagero and Daiji, which I think would be kind of cool. But anyway, Daiji takes control, transforms, and it's cool because his henshin pose, I noticed, is the inverse of Iki's, which I think is cool. I think it's really cool to show like their connection as brothers. So he transforms finally. And actually before this, they are able to break through too because they knock the Brachio stamp out of his hand and they use it, and it's the Brachio/Geo stamp. So it makes them the Brachio, genomics or whatever, and makes what's his name? Revi look like Geo, and elements of that also with Vice. They do the weird, CG animal thing, become a Brachiosaurus, and that's what actually, kicks Kagero's butt, but then also gives Daiji his chance to break through. So we get Kamen Rider Evil's transformation and him fighting against the dead man that's there. And it's really cool. I like the suit. I wish that the undersuit wasn't black and that it was more of the white to really contrast it between what Evil looks like and what Live looks like. But I do like it. The Jinkle is similar with the Eeny Meeny Miny Mo. It's just a little different tempo and kind of higher, like different tone to it. And it says something justice or something like that. Yeah, so it's very like much so trying to be like the angel versus devil type thing, But anyway, really cool suit, and it's a gun that he uses now instead of like the little blade thing that Evil is using. Now he flips the driver into being a gun, which I think is pretty cool. I think it works. I like the suit myself, and your mileage may vary. And if you don't, that's the beauty of Toku and Rider in general. Is everybody loves certain suits, and everybody hates certain suits, and that's okay. It makes us unique and different. So anyway, yep. So Daiji, gets back in control, becomes live, beats the piss out of the monster, and is able to go back with Icky and kind of celebrate a little bit afterwards. What we do see in the preview for next episode, not only Sakura getting some kind of a driver and a Cobra stamp, but her using it at some point. We don't know for sure she's going to transform next episode or not, or we like at the end of the episode put it on and then we won't see her transform to the following episode. But anyway, she has a driver, and it seems, I don't know who it came from. There's some masked person that they showed, which we're not sure if that's a dead man, if that's one of if it's one of the dead men, like it's Julio or Oteka or Aguilera, or if it's George. Some people have theory that it's George in disguise. I don't know for sure. I'm hoping it's not anybody too new. I kind of would like George, honestly, to be like a odd, like secondary antagonist type situation. But I mean, if they did somebody new, as long as they characterize them, that's all I care about. And so far, they've been doing a good job with that. Um, but yeah, so it's something about like contracting the demon, blah blah blah. If you do it, I do it. So I don't know if like this person that mask is like the demon that will contract with Sakura and needs her to use the driver or something like that. And if that means Sakura is going to be our evil rider for now, because Kamen Rider Evil is kind of you know out of commission, as so to speak. But yeah, this episode was fantastic. It really did a good job dealing with the arc with Kagero and Daiji and Ikki, and him feeling bad about that, and Hiromi's guilt with it finally being shown. Vice trying to be involved in there. I kind of like that the people / monster of the week thing was kind of pushed aside because they were all right. They were just pieces of shit anyway, so I didn't really care for them to be redeemed in any way. Plus, they were criminals, so it's like they're clearly not going to be redeemed. Like, oh, the reason that I, steal from people and I'm a piece of shit is because no. So, overall, a really good episode. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool. I loved the fight scene with Live. He has some really awesome like kicks and moves with the gun, and he does his own rider kick. Also, next week's episode, we do get to see, I believe, Ikki and Daiji transform together, which would be cool because, like I said, their henshin poses now reflect each other. So, yeah, so like I said, overall it was a kick-ass episode. I was really impressed with that. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What did you guys think of the episode? What did you guys think of Live's debut, the suit, the two-side driver being used that way, and all of that? What did you think of Vice's role in the episode and Hiromi's little part that he had? The brachial genome. Let me know in the comments. Definitely thank you guys so much for watching, for liking, subscribing. Even disliking is totally fine. Interactions are interactions. We're sitting at just about 240 something subscribers, which is insanity. I started this with only 60 to 80, and so I've gained quite a few with just switching to Toku content, which is insanity to me. But I thank you guys so much for being here every episode and for the reviews and stuff like that. Coming up pretty soon, I should be getting my Kuga article, the Legend Makeover series one. I'll be reviewing that pretty soon. Should be here. I'm recording this on Tuesday, so it should be here tomorrow, which is Wednesday, hopefully. So I'm gonna hopefully get a Toku Toy view of that out soon. So yeah, so that'll be fun. And then clearly Zenkaiger I'll review this week, of course, and any other Toku related stuff I kind of come up with or want to talk about. Did recently finish Jetman, so I might do another retrospective or retro whatever it was that I did for Live Man, and talk about that. So anyway, until next time, stay hooked on them henshins. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.